spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Project B, their first official star.
Look, Sophie Cunningham's whole move wasn't about trying to save the world. Not at all. It was about the game of basketball and the giant colossal paycheck that was attached to it. While all these other stars were busy putting out their perfectly crafted PR statements, Sophie's jump to Project B just ripped the mask right off the entire women's basketball scene. This was so much more than just another player signing a contract. It was a bold middle finger to the status quo, basically a loud and clear declaration. That loyalty has a price, and you know what? Project B was finally willing to pay it. The silence from her former league? It was absolutely definite, and the fallout was immediate and brutal for all the people left behind in this new arms race. This was all about cold, hard cash, and the freedom to just play the game she loves without any of the political pressure, and her real reasons for doing it were about to shatter everything we thought we knew. The official story they were selling was all about growing the game, a line we heard before that Cunningham's first announcement definitely echoed. But if you look just beneath the surface of those carefully chosen words, there was a completely different thing happening. It was a story that said a whole lot about players finally having some real power and the tough economic situations that WNBA stars actually face. I mean, her public image has always been focused on just pure basketball. That's a huge contrast to so many of her peers, which is exactly what made her signing such a lightning rod for these much bigger discussions. This wasn't just her changing jobs, it was a powerful statement, so get this. Project B's schedule runs from November to April, and that sets up an unavoidable collision. Of course, with Unrivaled, which is another new league popping up, but rule is simple and direct. If you commit to playing in Project B, then any thought of also playing for Unrivaled is completely off the table. You can't do both. This direct scheduling conflict really shows you Project B's aggressive game plan. They're trying to corner the entire market on talent, and they're forcing players to pick a side in what's quickly becoming a huge battle for who will dominate. And Unrivaled, which was already finding it hard to land big-name players, now finds itself even more outplayed. It's proof that this arms race for basketball supremacy is far from over. Project B isn't just trying to compete. It's trying to conquer now, before Caitlin Clark basically took over the world. Sophie Cunningham was already a huge fan favorite. Her popularity was building up nice and steady, but it was last season when she was in that Indiana Fever jersey that her star just completely exploded. Remember that whole JC Sheldon headlock thing? That moment of raw, unfiltered intensity? That's what launched her into a totally new level of fame. All of a sudden, her jersey sales went through the roof. Her social media followers blew up, and she was all over TikTok. This wasn't just a good player anymore. She had become a phenomenon. A face you could put on a poster that Project B knew could grab global attention in an instant.